Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Essential Novels of American Literature. This week we will cover the 1895 novel The Red Badge of Courage, written by Stephen Crane. I was astonished to find that such few people have heard about or read Stephen Crane's magnum opus. Who wrote The Red Badge of Courage?
I don't know.
When was The Red Badge of Courage written?
I don't know.
What is The Red Badge of Courage about?
I don't
Who
know.
wrote The Red Badge of Courage?
I don't know.
What is Red Badge of Courage about?
Is that a
Who wrote
movie?
The Red Badge of Courage?
I don't know what that is.
Are you sure?
I am positive. Please get the camera out of my face. I'm really sweaty.
When was Red Badge of Courage written?
I don't know. I just told you I don't know what that book is.
Stephen Crane, born in 1871 in New Jersey, wrote The Red Badge of Courage at the age of 24. His vivid and detailed writing of the Civil War shocked most people due to the fact that he wasn't even born when the war was occurring. Referred to as the youth throughout the whole novel, Henry Fleming joins the Union Army against his mother's will. Hoping to find honor and glory in war, Henry soon finds out that war is not all that it is cut out to be. After running away from his regiment, he spends some time alone with other hurt soldiers and comes back to his regiment a stronger man and better soldier. Jim Conklin, Henry's friend, is hurt during the regiment's first battle. Henry finds Jim after he evades his regiment and tries to help him, but Jim avoids his help and soon dies. Wilson is Henry's other main friend from his regiment. Originally referred to as the loud soldier, Wilson makes a clear change when Henry returns to the regiment and Wilson cares for him. Both become the strongest fighters in the regiment, bonding over the horrors of war. The tattered soldier represents Henry's conscience. Twice wounded in a battle, the tattered soldier continuously nags Henry over his wounds. The book begins with Henry Fleming, who is anxiously waiting for orders to march with his comrades in the 304th Regiment of the Union Army. As they receive orders to march, Henry wonders if he is strong enough to fight. After traveling for days, they hear conflict. Henry realizes that he cannot flee from his regiment and begins to fire upon the enemy. After a Union victory, Henry takes a nap to wake up to news of another conflict, though this time Henry flees, believing his regiment will perish. As he hears of his regiment's win, he feels like a coward, but justifies his actions due to self-preservation. After traveling alone for a while, Henry joins a group of wounded soldiers. He envies these men due to their red badges of courage, or wounds. Henry finds his friend Jim Conklin badly wounded and promises to take care of him, but Jim evades Henry and dies alone. Henry also meets a tattered old man who has been shot twice and continuously asks Henry about his wounds. Henry, not being able to deal with the questions, abandons the hurt man in the woods to die. Henry soon finds more Union soldiers, one of whom hits Henry in the head with his rifle, and another who takes Henry back to his regiment, where he is treated and cared for by Wilson, who believes that Henry was shot. Henry soon engages in another battle with his regiment and fights valiantly. Him and Wilson come out as the strongest fighters and moral leaders of the regiment, who fail at times. After a successful win, Henry feels guilty for his past cowardice and selfish actions, such as abandoning the old man in the woods, but puts his guilt behind him, realizing that he is now a stronger man and looking forward to peace and a strong future.